You may now get the Terra Luna Classic Bond from any reliable online retailer. A large number of tokens have been burned, and this has resulted in the burn amount being activated. Let's not tarry and watch the video right away. The 1.2% burn is also a factor, as I said earlier. It went live on the Terra Classic blockchain this morning, September 21st. Some of the exchanges have yet to respond and re-enable trading, while others have yet to implement their most pressing recommendations. Consequently, I anticipate that the day's burn totals will increase. However, in the last 24 hours, there's been a burn of roughly $15.3 million on the Terra Classic blockchain, and the USD Classic supply has declined by about $151,000 in the same time period. It's surprising to see this for real. With the exception of this one day, the US supply has not significantly decreased. This has put a serious impact in the available supply of USD during the previous few days. This repacking will go much more quickly if we see this fire every day, which might wipe off millions of USD. Again, I'm referring to the traditional burn, where attendance was estimated to be approximately 15.3 million as of today. This is definitely below than our expectations, but that's because not all markets have opened up yet. It's possible that the exchangers won't instantly credit the burn funds to your wallet. It may arrive in a shaky fashion. Within the first day, individuals might establish a routine of doing it daily or weekly. I think it's possible that we'll receive some very sizable burns, similar to the burns we've received for prior community-driven projects, which have totaled in the $500 million range or more. Now that the burn has been established, as I've mentioned, centralized exchanges are next on the agenda. And there's some major news to share about the burn and a particularly sizable exchange. eToro is the first large exchange to fully and permanently support the Lunar Classic burn effect, and they've officially confirmed that they'll be supporting the 1.2% burn off the blockchain for Lunar Classic. You may also view a detailed summary of all the transactions. The 1.2% burn is supported by Binance, OKEx, Kraken, Cube, and Bitroot, but only for deposits and withdrawals. As you can see, however, both Qcoin and MDX Coin are now supported on spot transactions with eToro, meaning that all purchases and sales on the latter's platform can be made with the former. Moreover, this will surely build up to a significant sum. It is well knowledge that hundreds of millions of tokens, if not more than a billion, were destroyed by a single exchange on Mexi. Over the next couple of weeks, you can anticipate this to amount to billions, if not tens of billions, especially on exchanges like eToro and Qcoin. This is the first step on a long road. The ability to stake on the blockchain has been restored. Roughly 10% of the tokens have been staked so far. This means that the blockchain is operating as planned. Currently, our burn rate is 1.2%. As a result, there has been a cut in the total amount of USD and Lunar Classic in circulation. We, as a community, must now work to permanently impose these limitations on these major exchanges. However, we must keep in mind that we may need to relax these restrictions in the future. We don't want the blockchain to become prohibitively expensive. I see this as a short-term measure to cut back on production. As I mentioned before, it's important to realize your Terra Classic chain's full potential by working on compelling projects that viewers want to see. Otherwise, the current FOMO phase will peter out and the network's audience growth will slow down alongside it. In other words, I can't see the aforementioned price points being met with the circulating supply. Everything seems to be going well with the volume level right now. About $500 million has changed hands in the past 24 hours, bringing our total to roughly $500 million. We're seeing a big FOMO high right now. So if we can go back up to the $900 to $1 billion range, which you're doing pretty easily, we can absolutely get some substantial burns coming through. Moreover, as I've already mentioned, I anticipate that once all the exchanges begin the burn, these figures will increase from the current 500,000 tokens being burned each hour to, hopefully, tens of millions of tokens for Terra Classic being burned each hour. Just in the last few hours, we've seen the rate of burns increase to the point that we're now seeing between 2 and 3 million every hour. As for myself, I'm hoping that trend of growth continues. The number of tokens burned each hour for Terra Classic is expected to reach tens of millions, if not more than 100 million, if the markets catch up. Really? The numbers show that a couple of billion tokens will be burned in the first few days once the 1.2% burn plan is put on the blockchain. Therefore, I'm confident that we can reach the goal I had in mind. To my surprise, the price of Terra Classic hasn't dropped as much as I thought it would once this significant event materialized. As a matter of fact, I believe we witnessed a case of buy the rumor, sell the news in this situation. It's only natural that prices would fall from their recent highs. After all, we're still well within the standard deviation of their range. The chart appears to be rebounding slowly but steadily, with hopes of eventually breaking through some of the nearby resistance and setting a new high. The coin, as can be seen, has been making higher lows and trying to push for greater highs during the past few days. As such, I don't anticipate the massive market drop we were all bracing for. It's possible that once Terra Classic staking coins are released, there will be a small sale. Still, we are consolidating around these price levels quite healthily at the moment. Instantly, the bonus became active. I repeat, we haven't witnessed a major decline, perhaps 5–10% this morning. However, it seems that the majority of the apprehension, skepticism, and worry, and most of the profit-taking occurred around here with this massive price cut, where we have been settling for some time now. As I've already mentioned, the moment has come to start constructing and expanding. The results will be a huge short-term boost for the Classic if they are positive. For the blockchain to be a long-term catalyst, however, initiatives and decentralized applications, dApps that provide real-world value must be developed on the network. And, as I've already mentioned, we need long-term demand for Terra Classic in order to keep the volume up, decrease the circulating supply, increase the market cap, and finally reach some of the higher price targets we all want as a community. However, please share your thoughts on this thing. The time has come for its arrival, a market that will trade it. In other words, you have an extremely upbeat outlook on life. In the next 24 hours, I hope we hear back with more comprehensive burn statistics. The lake's potential drop in this video might be quite exciting. If you found this helpful, you may want to subscribe to the channel. You've been incredibly vigilant, and we appreciate it. You too. Have a wonderful day, and bye for now.